Hello.
And this is 26. 26. What else is oh, 53 people. 19. 19. You probably take a screenshot of that gear thing, right?
Not yet. Ooh.
Copy that 26. Redo it. 19. Oh, you don't do 19. We have to do the 17.
Okay.
You can do 18 first and do 19.
But is 17 not connected?
No, it's connected. 17, 18. Let's do it all together.
I think B.
And then 18. And eventually I'll purpose to do 19. That's the 18.
Like C. Wait. Yeah. No. Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. 19.
I think B.
Wait, which answer is this one?
The second one.
Which question?
19.
The second one. So the total rise is 9 feet.
Right, and the riser height is between 8 and 7.
Total rise is well, since they want inches now and this is feet, so I can change it as 9 times 12, which is the total rise is 9 times 12, which is 108 inches, right? Amazing.
Yes.
And the total rise also equals to, because this is 1 h, there's another h, there's another h, there's another h. How many do I have? Is n h's, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you can divide, no? You can do 108 divided by 8 because the riser height, or 7, because the riser height is between them. So you can find n, or like a estimate of n.
Let's talk about this. So still the rise, not only coming from this with, union conversion, rise can be also adding a lot of h together, right? How
Yes,
many h we don't really know, right?
but can't you find it
I don't
by
think we
dividing
have
108?
let's just say it's n. nh is 108, right? It's just n
Yes,
step, right?
but you have h. So can't you find n?
Yeah, n equals to 108 over h. Is that what you mean?
Yes. And h could be like set between 7 and 8.
So
So you
now
can
it's an
estimate,
inequality. 108 over, wait,
for
I
example,
want to say
8.
h over n. I think n is more convenient. Because when I know n, I can find depth. So now let's only focus on, so 108 over n is between 7 and 8, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
But you don't have n.
Yeah, I
You
can
have
know the
h.
inequality of n then.
Why would you want to find n?
Well, the rise between 7 and an odd number step, because I wanted they emphasize odd number, which is another indication that number is probably important.
Okay.
And also because, well, how do you express this 108, which is the strongest equation that we have?
I tried to find n with it because h is given.
No, h is not given. This is 7 to 8. It's not exactly given. It's given that we can use.
But
If
am I
it's
not
given that we
gonna
can find n
depth?
already, right?
So if I'm trying to find the depth, can I estimate?
Well, even if you estimate, you still have to find the one thing. I don't think you have enough information if you don't use n times h is 108.
Yeah, but like, how does that help you right now? Now that you have the variable n, it doesn't.
Oh, it helps.
How?
If this doesn't help, how do you find? You're not using n as an odd number. I don't think you can find it.
Can't you use the equation like 2d plus 2h plus d equals 25?
H what?
Because I thought that's what they wanted.
Let me see. When designing serial, an argument can use the rise threat formula. Yeah, you can use it, but still you don't know h. You don't know h, and there is not enough information. Even if you want to use 7 and 8, it's not enough information to make the prediction. There are more than one answer. If you don't use n, you can't really find the right one. That makes sense?
Okay.
And so this is the n, right?
Yes.
So how do you solve n? For like solve this inequality.
I don't
Divided by
know.
108. Simplify it a little bit, step by step. Okay. I can divide it by 108. Right? So 7 divided by 108. Because it's divided by the same positive number, so everything stays the same, right? 1 over n is between 8 over 108. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then it's also because it's all positive, so I can flip it. Does that make sense? Because I want to flip this, right? I want to find n's range, right? So I flip it, so then it's n, but then this side is becoming 108 over 8, and this side is becoming 108 over 7. Does that make sense? Because when you flip it, so the smaller one is becoming the bigger one. The bigger one is becoming the smaller one. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Is this making sense? This part?
Yeah.
And because of this, I can find n directly, and then I can find h, and then I can find d. And also, you can't really. And what they do is not approximation. So you have to find a specific value for that.
Okay.
Not a range kind of question. Also, with the question, you say with the architect's constraints, which of the following must be the thread. So it's not.
So it's like very definite.
Definitely. So n. So you can find the decimal. What's this? N is between what? 13 something, right? Can you use?
Let me see.
Definitely. I mean, use the
13.5 and
13.5 and
15 point.
15 point.
Can I round to 43?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, and also it's an odd number, right? See? Not
Oh, so then it has to be. Wait. How does that help? What?
N is what? N is odd number. N can be specifically not. Between
But even
13
if
something
it's
and 15 something.
okay.
Odd number first is only integer, right? So between that, there's only 14 and 15, right?
So you have to pick 15
Yeah. So n is 15 now.
because integer can't be odd.
Wait, not wait.
Huh?
What do you mean? Integer can't be odd. Why
I'm
integer can't
confused
be
on
odd?
how you're sure it's 15. Just because it's odd?
Wait, odd number is all integers, right?
Yeah, but why can't it be 13? Like I know the answer choice doesn't have it here, but like
But
if
then
the
it's
answer
greater
choice
than
had
13.5. Do you think 13 is greater than
oh
13.5?
okay. No.
You can just try them all. This doesn't really work.
Okay.
But this kind of odd number and which number is, it's just always try out, right? You find
Yeah.
them, you just list all the possible one and check. Say, is 13 between that? No, right? 14 is between that. I mean, well, it's not odd. So 15 is the only one that we can get, right? So now n is 15, right?
Yes.
And also we know n time height is 108, right?
Okay.
Can you find h then?
Seven 7.2.
Yes. And then you can use 7.2 in there. So instead of 7 and
Wait.
8, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can't run up. Let me prove it why you can't run up. First, there's a lot of information you are not used. Right? If you do that, which means you don't need 9, you don't need all numbers. Too many information is missing. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And also because when you do that, you can't really choose between A, B, C, D, because see, when you substitute 7 in, which is 2 times 7 plus D is 25. So D is what? 25 minus 4 is 11, right? And then you
Okay.
substitute 8, 2 times 8 plus D equals to 25. D is 25 minus 16, which is 9, right? So you can imagine it's between 9 and 11, right? If it's between 9 and 11, how can you tell? B and C, you can never tell. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I see your point.
You can't make, well, they're all satisfies basically whatever you put in there, right? And also there are 2 information. Normally skipping 2 information is very rare, right? Does that make sense? Especially this
Okay.
odd number thing, which is a pretty specific number, right? Normally we have to use this. So it can't be, well, maybe there are other odd, but we have to check and deduce anyway, right?
Okay.
Oh, this 19 is not easy, right? You think you can get it?
Maybe I'll have to do it again. No, like I get the steps right now, but I'm not sure if I remember later.
Yeah. So what should we be careful about this 19?
Not estimating. I think setting up the first equation is okay, but then later, like getting it to like 180 over 8 or 7, I think that will be hard for me to remember.
And also,
And then
even
like
if you,
finding high
yeah,
substitute.
even if you want to use this, you probably should list all the mathematical equations and inequality. So the first one to give us n times h is 108, right?
Yeah.
How do you find rise, right? And then is n is between, I mean, h is between 7 and 8. And n is odd, right?
Yeah.
And then 2h plus d is 25, right?
Right. It's okay, more or less.
And if oh, then when we do n h is 108 and h is between 7 and 8. And this is not the first time we see this kind of thing. Do you remember? It's
No.
something like a before happened. Maybe not as difficult as this one, but it does shows like a one inequality, and then you have to substitute. So this is, for example, this is 108 over n, right? This is something that it can be solved. Okay?
Yes.
Does that make sense? So we should probably use this. It's not that far from that. And also, when you can only substitute this in this, you substitute this in this, it's even more difficult. Right? You can, though.
I think
If you substitute this back, you can also find the range for n. So anyway, you should find a range for n. So both of this screen for a range for n, right?
okay.
Can I say screen for range for n?
Yes.
Oh, let's just say this. One equation and one equality together it should if it's like this, you should find more about the inequality. Then there is a solution kind of thing when you mix these two together, right? We have system equation. When we mix the equation and inequality, there also must be something leading to that, right? Does that make sense? When we have two
Okay.
equations, we normally get one equation, right? Oh, solution for that, right? When we have two inequalities, we can also deduce something, right? And now we have an equation and then an inequality. It probably should also lead something, right? Does that make sense?
All right.
And then you should try to solve it. I mean, don't just leave it there, equation or inequality. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, for example, if it is just, ax plus b, y equals c, and then you have somehow like x greater than e and f, this kind of thing. And so you should always substitute 1 in there, and you can finally solve the real value of y. I mean, the range for y and then the range for x. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Substitute the equation into the inequality, and you can get a more specific inequality. Is that okay?
All right.
Which means solve the inequality. Does that make sense? You have to solve the
Okay.
inequality. Which means you can get a range for n. Right, this is 19. Let me see the next one. 19. Number 9. Okay. 9.
Like B.
Yeah. And, 28.
Is that the same gear question again?
No. 28.
I think B. Oh, yeah. No. Oop. I think A.
Yeah. Why do you want to choose B? It's a typo.
No, because I saw the sign wrong.
So this is the distance is basically the absolute value of time, right? definition, one of the definition of that value in real life, right?
Yes.
Oh, I want to say something about the previous question too, since it's a little difficult or a little rare too. Geometry. So it's just try to remember this thing can be solved 108 over n between 7 and 8. So this thing can be solved. Does that mean?
Okay.
So which means when I see that, I can solve that inequality with this, right? With one substitution, I can solve this inequality. I have a specific range for n, right? Does that make sense?
Because I just do 108 over 7 and 108 over 8 and then make it n in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I just multiplied.
Do you know how to solve this? I think you probably don't do a lot of this.
I think I'm still a bit confused. Like I know what you did, but I'm still a little confused on why I can do
You can give it a small, simple example. Saying divided by 108, that's okay, right? It doesn't change anything. And I simplify, because what I want is simplify this. So I first simplify 108 by dividing 108, 1 over n, less than 8, 1 over 8. So this doesn't have to change anything, right?
Right?
So this, because we have a property saying if A greater than B, then A times C, as long as C is positive, greater than A, then AC, right? See, I time the same thing, then that'll be okay. Or including I divided by the same thing, as long as C is greater than 0, right? If C is less than 0, usually inverse the sign, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So because of that, I can just divide it by the positive number, right? By my 108 for simplifying purpose, right? So is this okay?
Yep.
Yeah. And the reciprocal is something you can do example like, for example, when x is between 3 and 7, 1 over x is actually between 1 over 4 and 1 over 7. I mean 1 over 3. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Does it make sense? Which means
Yeah.
you reciprocate and then you change the left and right, right?
But isn't like the value like 1 over x, whatever they're equals to, isn't that what should be between 3 and 4?
You mean 1 over
Like in this case, like 1 over 8 over n, that's h, right? So
Yeah.
shouldn't what's
Yeah,
be
this
between
is 1
7
over
and
n.
8
This is 1 over
h,
n.
not n?
1 over n. It shouldn't be h. Oh, that's another key to easy to method. You shouldn't use h. I try h. You can try h. If you try h, you don't really have a. You want to use. Wait, you want to use 1 over 8 over h, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you don't have any inequality then, because the inequality is h greater than 8 and 7 and 8. 108 is n. You don't know n's range. Does that make sense? I also
Okay.
thought about that too. You can try that because NH is 108. Well, it seems like N and H, they are both okay, right? N equals to 108 over H, or H equals to 108 over N. They're both okay, right? But in order to use this one, you have to change this to 108 over N. If you change it into 108 over N over H, you don't have this equation anymore. You don't have this inequality anymore. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You can try that because that one doesn't give you anywhere. So
But that doesn't help you. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
If only by looking at this, yeah, they're both okay. But looking at this, so I need something only because H, I know this inequality, right? So you have
Yeah.
to substitute h in terms of n, right?
Okay.
So so this one is okay. So I can just flip it, right? N is between, I flip, and then you also have to flip this. It's 108 over 8, and this 108 over 7, right? You have to make left and right change. Otherwise, you see, if you don't change it, that'll be something like this. 108 over 7 and n greater than 108 over 8. It doesn't really make sense. You can't be greater than that and less than that. Does that make sense? Because this is
Yeah.
bigger. This is greater. You can't be greater than something less than the. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So I think how to solve this is also something you should remember. And tell yourself, I can solve this. I can specifically find that in. Find the range for that in. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And 37. Some people ask 37. Okay, 37. I think it's like this.
Is it 15?
What's your equation?
Is it wrong? Okay.
Yeah, probably not the.
I did x open parentheses 2 to the power of. Oh, shouldn't have been. Oh, wait, maybe. 30.
Yeah.
I did to the power of 5 instead of to the power of 4.
Oh, that's something you should be careful, right?
Yeah.
We said in this kind of exponential way, sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5. You have to specifically check, right?
Yes.
I think remembering the wording is difficult. Checking is probably easier. It's easier for me. So I always check whether it's
Maybe.
4 or whether it's 5 because you have 2 choices, right?
Yeah.
I think it's better to see both of them, see which one is making sense. So 37, that's something we should see its traffic light. Like slow down there.
Okay.
38, working by. Oh, solution thing. Is it solution? No, let's do 38 anyway.
Okay. Oh, 45. I think A.
Yeah. Okay. It's reading problem.
I almost confused like the parent with the teacher. And
Yeah.
then I'm like,
Right.
wait, but it's the same percentage of students.
Yeah. And then it's 30, 31. Mm. Is that a dog?
Yeah, but that they're in like the outside. They're having like a party outside for some
Ah,
reason.
I thought you got
Yeah.
getting a dog.
No.
Mhm. Yeah, my mother never let me have a dog.
My mom did. They're in China, but then I think it's a long time till we get another one because she's gone now.
Ah.
Yeah.
How old is like how old was the dog?
She was like 10, like 11.
Wow. So 10 is
Yeah,
already,
she died peacefully.
oh yeah, 10
She
is
was supposed to like not live very long because she was like the small breed and she already outlived like her estimate time. So
I think yeah, 10 years. Wow. That's something.
my Shayla
I lost my golden like
retriever.
yeah, and yeah, that's the time that I started to read the Bible about asking where did the dog go? Is there a planet for dogs or a heaven for dogs? That's the very first time. I debate about so many books before. I never really, read it with heart. Yeah, because I lost my dog. Started to read,
Yeah.
why people die, why animals die, and will I ever see it? Will he recognize me, and will I recognize him? Yeah, so many
Oh.
questions. Yeah, couldn't get out, and
I
also
think
I,
I found peace knowing that like she
yeah,
died like peacefully and
yeah,
she lived pretty full.
and also
And
I kind of, I was responsible for the leaving of the dog. So yeah, partly, I should, I shouldn't lock the door. Hmm. Until anyway. Okay.
Shayla's.
Hmm.
Um,
I hate religion at that time because although I want to know where did the dog go, I also think all religions are trying to trick me something into some easy comfort of death, which there is no. No.
but that's
And
kind of like life. Like
yeah,
it's beautiful because death gives it a value because it's
yeah,
short,
yeah,
you know? But it's like there's something at the end waiting. So it's awarding. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I have to know that for certainty because I like deducing. I have to deduce all the way to my heaven. So, and then
Mhm.
know it's there, even though I can't see, but you have to give me some evidence to, you know, yeah. Yeah, that's where I started to read all basic religious book. Mm. Even though it comforted me, I still hate it. And at that time, in a very long time, it just yeah. Eventually, after so many years of the reading, and I say, yeah, there is a heaven. Then it's not for comfort. It's because it's comfort, but it's also really there. It's real. So, and then like I said, I hate lying comfort. Maybe because I was so good at lying before.
Oh,
Uh, I lied more than anybody I know when I was like 20 to 30.
but like that's really common now. Because that's kind of how you survive in a sense.
No. I'm saying basically it's economic fraud. I borrow a lot of money for a lot of people. Yeah, I carry the debts. I pay the debts for 10 years after I finish all the debts.
Wow.
And I basically stole my parents' apartment and sold them, 3 of them. I sold them all.
Oh,
It's crazy.
that's in the past. At least you're better now.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Like
Yeah.
it,
It's
as long as you grow out of it and recognize,
I
you try
use
to make up for it.
I use the math in physics in the wrong area. So
No,
anyway,
you're right.
anyway, I'm just saying I have to because I'm so good at lying, so I also hate lying. And so that's why I start to read so many books, philosophies, and religion, and math and physics too. I just really want to know what it true. I don't really care whether it's hurting or warm. I want to know the truth. So anyway, 31. Let's do 31.
All right. I have like an inequality, but it's not working.
Yeah,
I
this
have
one is not
800.
easy. I remember last time you struggled too.
Oh,
We
okay.
also did a similar question in SSAT.
I got that 800 over x, and then the other one is 800 over x minus 2 plus 20.
Yeah, but the key here is before you have, say, n person in the beginning, n, and you have 8 people. I mean, 800. So for each share is 800 over n, right? Now 2 people they are not going. So I guess it should be, it will increase. So before is 800 over n. Now they increase 20, right?
Yeah.
And it's becoming 800. Now the new one is 800 over n minus 2, right?
Yes. But isn't it essentially?
I can
No,
find
no.
n with this equation. Right? This is the thing. Remember, so price 1 plus 20 is the price 2. That's probably the most important equation. Does that make sense?
Oh, so I got the equation wrong.
So the equation P1 is 800 over n, and P2 is 800 over n minus 2. Something like that?
Okay.
And you can find like n. It's actually quadratic. If you try to eliminate the denominator, you have a quadratic, right? Or you can solve it. I think n is 10 something. Yeah, n is 10.
I made the mistake because I added 20 in the wrong place. I added in the other side.
This side? Ah.
Yes.
That's also where you should slow down, right? Traffic light.
Yeah.
So adding two, they sound, well, sometimes I think it reads probably similar. You gotta be careful who is greater, right?
Mm.
Increase by 20. Who increased by 20? That's something you should be careful. Also, you should check a little bit. Sometimes I check a little bit. You should saying before is less. Now it's more. So which means your equation is not gonna stand there, right?
Yeah.
Before is less, now it's more. You should add the less one becoming the more one, right?
Yes. Because it needs to become more.
Yeah, that's for checking. In order to make this equation, you should totally read this one. Say that each friend share is increased. So which means this is each one share is increased. Whoa, wow. Oh, I know why you made a mistake. Increased by 20.
I think I got it, but that's because like increased by 20.
Yeah.
So like
each
I know
one's
it's the original plus 20, but
yeah,
like
original plus 20, right? That's a good thing. Original plus. This is not original, right? Although almost like each one's share is each one's share originally, right? Then increase by 20, right? yeah, you probably should have thrown in some verbs to express it better. You think you can do it? 31?
Yes, I know I can.
Everything is right, but even in here, right? Seem the most easy part. The easy part, you got the problem. Oh, we could probably say no easy part. Be careful all the time. Okay. Oh, I think it's time.
Okay. Assign me documents and I'll do them and then I'll. Yeah.
Sure. So this one is
I
one.
need academic pressure or otherwise.
So how many you want?
Lazy.
We will have this class next week, same time.
Like next Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, next Sunday for you.
Okay.
How many documents?
Maybe like one every day. Ambitious. I'm being ambitious. I'll see. But I think I can do it.
Which means
Because if not,
6,
at least
right?
I have Saturday.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna be nice to myself. 5.
Right. Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
It's okay.
Because like if I don't have any at all, like I know I'll procrastinate. I know I'll procrastinate, especially because I have things for school as well. I said I was gonna do it yesterday, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I still owe you the physics. I remember. Don't worry. Probably
Yeah.
tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go sleep.
Okay, sure, go. Sleep.
Thank
Bless
you.
you. Night.
See you. Bye.
Night. Mm-hmm.